up? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome back to Studio C. It's been a hot minute. It's been a little bit since we were in here. Been a couple of weeks since Matt and I were at this end of the table playing some Star Wars Unlimited, and gosh, a lot has changed since then because a new expansion is here. Yesterday, Friday the 12th, was the release day for the new expansion of Star Wars Unlimited called Shadows of the Galaxy. This set is kind of thematically focused around the seedy underbelly of the Star Wars universe. There's a lot of unsavory characters in here, the Hondo Onakas and Jabba the Hutts, right, of the Star Wars universe. But there's a lot of fun stuff in this set. I've been playing into some pre-releases, right? I've now done 3 different pre-releases. Fantasy Flight does a really, really awesome system where I can turn this. The music's not coming through on the stream, so let me turn that off. Fantasy Flight does a really awesome system where they have designed pre-release kits, and you're paying for a sealed kit. 6 packs is enough to build a sealed deck. You get 6 packs. You get a little clamshell box made out of cardboard, right? Like this, little guy like this. And some tokens, right? And usually a couple of exclusive pre-release promo cards. In this case, promo versions of 2 of the leaders in the set, the leaders that come in the starter deck, which is Moff Gideon and the Mandalorian, Din Djarin. And you build a deck. And I've had a tremendous amount of fun doing that. The first pre-release I went to, I played Spaz with the resub, thank you kindly. I played Lando, the new Lando. Well, there's only the one Lando right now. It's the version of Lando is from the Solo film, right? So the art and everything is done up to look like Donald Glover's character and how he's dressed in that film. We'll run across one over the course of the evening. Trust me, I'll show him to you. I played him in the first pre-release. I lost one game. I went 2-1 in that one. I lost to a really, really good Gar Saxon deck. If you've watched Clone Wars, you know who Gar Saxon is. In the second pre-release down the south side of town, this was last Sunday, right before the hurricane got here, I played Bosk, one of the more infamous bounty hunters. You see him on the bridge of Darth Vader's flagship in The Empire Strikes Back. He's a Trando, right? The little lizard, big, long-snouted, lizard-nose-looking guy. So he's one of the new bounty hunters in the set. There's quite a few bounty hunters in this set. And that deck, Bounties, is one of the new mechanics in the set. And I played kind of a bounty-focused deck in red and yellow. Had a tremendous amount of fun with that. I went 3-0. And then just last night, I was able to sneak into the pre-release at the shop closest to me over here. The TO, God bless him, took pity on me. He had signed up his daughter to come play. And apparently, because it was a Friday night or because it was so later in the week or whatever, she decided against it. And so he offered the spot to me, and I went, yes, please. And it turned out to be that was very fortuitous. I went and I ended up playing Gar Saxon myself that night. I pulled a Supreme Leader Snoke out of one of my packs, which is one of the legendaries in the set. And that turned out to be an amazing bomb card in sealed deck. It basically won me the 3rd game that I played. I went 3-0 again. And at the end of the night, because now the set had officially released, they had boxes of product on the shelf. They were limiting you to how many packs you could buy. So I walked up and bought 6 packs. And lo and behold, I pulled this. I pulled a Showcase Rey, just out of like 6 random packs, which I thought was pretty friggin' awesome. This is a... Hero Blue is one of those colors that I keep looking at going, there's something here, right? I never really messed with it in set 1. I really kind of wanted to give Chirrut a try, and I never got there. And I keep looking at Rey going, man, maybe that's the card. Maybe that's the card that I finally go and pick up and play Hero Blue. I haven't done it yet. I had at least 2 immediate offers in the room to buy this card. They were like, I'll buy that from you. And I was kind of like, let me open the rest of my stuff, right? And I'll get back to you. So that's the plan. Tonight, this is super chill, guys. I'm not going to do anything fancy. We're going to sit here. We're going to open cards. We're going to talk about the game. And that's going to be the end of it. One of the things, if you've watched other box opening videos or content on YouTube or Twitch, you know that Fantasy Flight has a sorting problem. Once you get about 3 to 4 packs in, certainly once you find one of the first legendaries in a box, you can generally predict the other legendaries in the box with about 85% accuracy. It shouldn't be that consistent, but it is. These 3 boxes did not remotely come from the same case. 2 of them came from a vendor on the other side of town. 1 of them came from my local shop about 20 minutes away. Good evening, Gabe. I actually don't even remember which box is which anymore. But I know at least 2 of them probably came from the same case. I'm just showing to, I don't know which 2 anymore. And 1 of them 100% did not come from the same case. So we're going to see how this goes. But we're just gonna start plugging away here. I've been salivating at the chance to get this done. I've been wanting to get in here, and I just kind of threw this stream together. I played BattleTech most of the day, and then one of my buddies who stayed and played BattleTech with me wanted to learn this, and so I pulled my starter decks off the wall, and we played. We played 2 games, and I taught him the basic mechanics of this. One of my buddies that I used to play the old Decipher Star Wars CCG with. Yeah, you go right ahead, Gabe. I'll send those points back later. And so I almost didn't do this stream. I was kind of like, man, I'm tired. You know what? I'll do it tomorrow. But then I thought, no, I'll grab a couple of cameras. I'll throw it together. It doesn't have to look amazing. Let's just get in here and crack packs. I really want to get these open so I can start sorting through things, building some decks, finishing up the set binder, which is over here, that kind of thing, and then start figuring out what holes in my set that I have. Because I'm going to, by Tuesday night, I'm going to be back out at the local shop with hopefully with stuff to trade, make some deals and stuff. Okay, Gabe, no worries. So anyways, we're just going to get going. I got to lean way out here for you guys to see what I'm actually pulling here. This is Kira. This is one of the new leaders in the set from the Solo film. I actually don't have one of these yet, so that's kind of a nice pull. That's nice to see. Haven't picked one of those up along the way. I'll just slide the bases over here. Now, what I'll probably do, what I like to do is sort commons by color just for the sake of getting them organized. I tend to group my stuff so that I can build decks easily. And so, actually, you know what I'm going to do? What I was doing last time, I was putting rares out here where they could be seen. I was putting kind of hyperspaces and foils over here. And then the rest was just kind of out here where it could be looked at. So we'll do that. I'll just shove all the commons off to the side here. Nobody's really here to see commons and uncommons anyway. Most of us, by the time we're done opening stuff. So we got a Maz and a foil Wookiee. Shove him off to the side. You guys don't need all that mess. I really will too, Vladeshi. The old Decipher game, I was having this conversation with my friend earlier. We used to play, like I was saying, and the Decipher game, so many good memories. So many good memories. The game was not perfect. In fact, frankly, the game had a lot of flaws. But the art was amazing for the time. I mean, 30 years ago, they were putting photorealistic, like film screen caps onto CCG cards, and they looked so good. And, you know, very few people have kind of done that since, right? Now, just for the sake of, since I pulled one, just for the sake of showing it to you, I'm going to show you, this is like the regular common Rey, like her art, right? Versus that beautiful showcase. So there's just something about the full art, like it's obviously the same theme, right? You know, her with the lightsaber in the forest, but just the full art, this one is almost, it's just much more realistic looking. I'm a huge fan. I love this showcase. I don't know, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to sell it, but it's going to be hard to part with it. I'm not looking forward to that. It was incredibly complicated. You're not wrong. Like, the old Decipher CCG was far too complicated for its own good for a CCG. I mean, they had to rewrite large chunks of the rules on at least 2 occasions. All right, so we have Zori Bliss. I needed one of those. This is like, I've opened about 3/4 of a box, but in different times because of the pre-release. Actually, technically, I've opened a full box because I've done 3 pre-releases and then the 6 packs I bought last night. I don't think it was quite that extensive, Ladeshi, but it was, by the time I got done with Special Edition, the Special Edition rulebook was fairly extensive because they had added so many rules. They'd had to rewrite the site location rules a couple of times. You had different rules for Hoth sites, right? The shielded sites on Hoth had completely different rules than like most sites in the game. It was bizarre. So we've got a Dr. Aphra, one of the new leaders in the set. One of the leaders that I was actually really hoping would turn out to be good, and so far the general consensus is not so much, which makes me very, very sad. First light. Ooh, that's okay. That's odd. That's a fun pack. That's a double first light pack. One regular, one foil. It's nice when you can get these double rare packs. I do like that. It's weird to get the same card at the same time. So Gabe, here's the thing. I wouldn't laminate it, right? Like if I was to go that route, there have been people in the community that what they've been doing with their fancy, I'll come back to that in a minute, with their showcases is they send them off to get graded, right? Like Pokemon cards or comic books, and then they're permanently like encased in a hard shell with like a rating, like obviously you want like the 10-0 rating, which is the card is flawless. But the trick is they're difficult to play in that case because something like this, right? Like if this is my leader, the case is like another inch plus all the way around. It takes up a ton of table space, so it's a little impractical. Got a Migs, love that. Foil crosshair. I don't think I would do that, right? To me, first of all, I will probably sell it because I can use it to fund other things. You guys know that I've been working on streaming like a tournament setup for this game, right? You've seen the work that I've done in here, my local play stuff. And I want to continue to do that, but in order for that to work, I think I'm going to need better cameras. I'm not happy with my overhead camera right now. Here's our first legendary, which is the card I'm very excited to get. That is Kylo's TIE Silencer. Stoked for that one. This is one of the new villain red cards in the set. I am, like I said, I'm excited for this one because Kylo is one of the first decks that I want to build, and I almost think you can build the deck without 3 of these, but like, why would you want to? It's one of those like you really should, right? We'll start laying on our hyperspaces. This pack's actually got 3 in it. Haven't seen 1 until now, and then now magically, bam, got 3 of them. Oh yeah. Now let's see, with the TIE Silencer in this box, if memory serves, I forget what other legendary should be in here. It's a hyperspace Boba, hyperspace new leader Boba. We have already had the villain version of Boba. This one is the hero version of Boba from Book of Boba Fett. A foil twin pod cloud. That is shiny. Woo! Blinding. We'll put that one out here. It's hyperspace. That's fun. Oh, okay, that's kind of fun. In the same pack. the hyperspace and the hyperfoil version. The hyperspace version of that is pretty. I like that. I've been trying to collect hyperspace versions of, hyperspace versions of all the starships. I really like having the space units in the hyperspace treatment. I think they look really, really awesome. First, Bo-Katan coming in here. Bo-Katan is one of the new leaders. She's kind of, again, the general consensus on her is kind of meh. At the same time, I've got a deck drawn up. I want to give her a shot because I think there's something there. All right, so pull these commons out of the way. We do have a double rare pack, which is nice. I have a hyperspace Boba Fett's armor, and then my first unrefusable offer. I like getting the double rare packs, especially when you're trying to fill out that first set, right? There is a hyperspace Bo-Katan, so literally like back to back. Gone hyperspace rare leader. Choose sides. Ooh, that foil Phantom. The hyper foil of the new TIE Phantom card should look amazing. I'll pull a regular one of these at some point and show it to you. The art is stunning. Like it's hard to tell on camera, right? But like this is all purple around it. Like it's like this purple nebula thing. Oh, it's so like purple asteroid field. It's gorgeous. The card is beautiful. I can't wait to see a hyper foil of it. Which one, Vladeshi? Talking about this one, the one in the previous pack? Housed Cast Soldier. A little common red unit there. So one of the themes of the set is Mandalorians. There are a lot of Mandalorians in the set on both sides, for both hero and villain, which is kind of cool. All right, so my first Cad Bane, which is one of the common leaders. I like that. I'm looking forward to trying Cad. We've got a hyperspace unit over here. I'll keep him here, actually. And then what's our rare? Vambrace Flamethrower. I had some people pull these in sealed that swore by them. They were like, oh, the card is so good. I have not actually played with one yet. There's a blue Vambrace card that's a common. I ended up playing with that one yesterday in the pre-release. Cat again, Jabba's Palace. What do we got back here? Dr. Pershing. And another rare, foil rare. That's Azori Bliss. It's always nice to get foil rares when you're building a set. When you're trying to get a play set going, you don't mind the foil rares because they just help you along. Just that much. It's just one less regular rare you got to pull. Gar Saxon. What's our hyper? Ooh, Hyperspace Cassian. That's kind of pretty. Cassian has a unit now. Not just the leader. Rare is the assault cruiser there. In the previous set, Cassian was only available as a leader. Now he has actually a unit card to go with him as well. Ooh. So we've got another double rare pack here. I've got a Hyperspace Heroic Resolve. That's actually a pretty card. This is actually cool because this is kind of coming from the same scene that Ray's artwork is in, right? That lightsaber fight in the forest. A rare of whoever this dude is, Kregon Gore, random foil. I've had 3 double rare packs in this box so far. Loving it. Loving it. I've only got 3 boxes. Last time I started with 4, and I ended up trading for. If you guys remember, I pulled 3 showcases out of set 1. I pulled Sabine, which I still have. I pulled Chewbacca, which I traded for my 5th box of the original set, and then I pulled out of that box. I pulled a Hera that I sold. It's a Hyperspace Vigilant Pursuit Craft. Bazine, one of the best villain yellow cards in the set. So many, like Villain Yellow is just so stupidly strong. There's so many good cards in Villain Yellow. It's kind of crazy. Another Fennec. Stolen Landspeeder. That's a card that every time I read it, my head hurts. The way the mechanics on that card work, it's like, say that again? It's so odd. It's got the strangest bounty. New leader Han, he's a common. A Hyperspace Remote Village. Back here we have a Wrecker. Love that. That gives me 2 now. I pulled one of my pre-releases. Glad to be working on a play set of those guys. I haven't seen Bad Batch. I still gotta finish Clone Wars. I'm such an uncultured Star Wars heathen. Like, as much as I love the property, I've just never made the time to sit through all of Clone Wars because like I said, I'm just uncultured swine. There's me a Rey. It's a nice legendary. First one of those, actually. I've got a Kylo, the Kylo unit. I did pull one of the Kylo units in one of my pre-releases. Silencer, Rey. There's something else in this box. I forget what it was. Hyperspace Rey. Maz Kanata's Castle. Well, I mean, that doesn't shock me, Vladeshi. That's fairly typical, right? I mean, even a show like Andor, as good as it is not flawless. General Rykian. I'm actually excited for that card. I have some ideas and thoughts about where Green Rebel can go now in a post-set 1 world, and I think he's actually a pretty big part of that. But I mean, that's not really shocking that Clone Wars has its ups and downs. Kira unit, another card that exists on both sides of the aisle. Kira's leader is a villain. Kira's unit is a hero. Go figure. got to keep looking for one of those ties. Probably, what if I've pulled one by now? To go look. Bosk. Survivor's Gauntlet. This is one of those junk rares because you get one in the starter decks, so like they're going to be worth pennies on the dollar. There's the Lurking Phantom. Okay, so earlier we looked at the foil Phantom. This is what the base art on the card looks like. Here's the foil version, right? It's a little harder to tell because of in the light, the way the cameras don't want to pick it up. But the hyper foil of that card should look amazing. Yeah, the art on this one is one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites in the set. And it's definitely another card that I think is impressive because it's driving several different new deck ideas that I've seen floating around that I'm looking forward to trying. You know, one of the things about set 1 was that nobody really had enough space units to build like a very space-heavy deck or like really focus on space or even go all space, but now you can. Hyperfoil Enfys Nest. It's kind of pretty. Imprisoned. Hyperspace Trando, and a bunch of stuff. But now, with 2 sets under our belts, I think we're getting to where you actually could theoretically build a proper all-spacer or very heavy space deck if you wanted. And I'm looking forward to trying now. This is sexy. 2 silencers in 1 box. This is amazingly good for me because this is 100% one of the first decks I want to build is Kylo Red. And I pulled a Kylo in my pre-release last night. Now in this 1 box, I've got 2 silencers. And when I really need 3, I need a playset. So I'm 2/3 of the way there. That is very sexy. Very, very glad for that. Still only have 2 legendaries out of this box so far, foil notwithstanding. The foils I don't count because they're a little more random than the regular ones are. Palpatine's Return. All right, 2 left. 2 left in the box. Please be a legendary. Please, one of you be a legendary. Excellent. DJ, I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, so we hit the typical box has at least 3 legendaries in it. 3 regular, Joe Blow original plain legendaries. And we've hit that quota now with our extra coming in the foil slot. Most commonly, if you get a 4th in a box, it's either a foil or a hyperspace, or possibly even a hyperfoil, which still goes in the foil slot, of a legendary card. Give in to your anger. I think I've got like 2 of these guys, all right? Hyperfoil Discerning Veterans. Okay, there we go. Box 1. I am not unhappy with this. Now, I haven't pulled any of the big chase cards yet, which at the moment are basically Poe and Krayt Dragon. DJ, Rey, Kylo, a lot of the other legendaries are way below those. Like Poe and the Krayt Dragon are the ones that everybody bloody wants, like right now. They want a playset. Leviathan, they can be. It depends on the card. In the first set, probably the biggest unit, legendary unit that was in the game that was like a chase legendary was Darth Vader's unit card. On the high end, the regular plain one of those sometimes went for as much as I think about 75 or 80 bucks. You typically tended to not see them for much less than that. So far in this set, the ones that I see people chasing are Poe Dameron's unit card, because it's amazing, and it's Hero Red, and Hero Red is ridiculous. Basically, Hero Red was already really good, and it got 2 massive bomb cards in this set between Wrecker and Poe. And then the Krayt Dragon, which is just an amazing card. It's not even Hero Red, it's just red. And it's just stupidly good. So yeah, I'll be curious to see how all that shapes up. So anyway, box 1, I'm not going to complain about that. That worked out pretty well.